You are back. Ignatius, Una, these souls have taken their first steps onto the path that leads to the embrace of the bleeding heart of the plague. Soon they will begin their final act. Give it to me. Seal my fate as well. You shall begin your final march toward your destiny. You will witness what was ordained for you long ago, from the moment you first arrived at the island asylum. I can feel it. You were sick. You carried the plague. It was your destiny. Fate, however, steered your path in another direction. For a time. Yet here you are, the lost child, making its way home. Like Una, I shall find silence. I shall finally catch my breath. I cannot wait for that moment. And so, my final act unfolds. Let us close our eyes together.
I'm sorry, Wanderer, but you cannot rest here. Not yet. I sense my brother's soul within you. The pull of his destiny is stronger than any of our desires. I am, well, his half-sister. A very important distinction at court. To Arthur, though, I was always just sister. The one he liked, not only loved. I stood by his side, listened to him, and spoke my mind when he needed it. And when the visions came, I was the only one who understood they weren't just madness. My poor brother. I couldn't bear to see him suffer. There was little I wouldn't do if it meant I could help him. They came with the plague. The land was ravaged by sickness, and Arthur's mind was plagued by waking nightmares. He heard a voice, clear as any other, calling to him, relentlessly, day and night, begging him to return to Avalon. Oh, but how does one return to a place they have never seen before? He'd come to me in the dead of night, afraid he was going mad. But I knew better. I heard it too, though faintly. To me, they were merely echoes of a distant despair. In a way, I think I did, but even now I'm not sure. I followed the visions, though most of the court thought I'd lost my mind, or that I'd secretly caught the Red Death and it had taken over my senses. Sir Estor was one of the very few who believed me, and the only one brave enough to join me on my pilgrimage to a plague-ridden land. The visions showed me a place of beginnings, bathed in creeping scarlet. So, that's where we went. The bleeding heart of the plague. With every step, the voice grew louder. And when I finally saw it, it felt as though it was beating inside my own chest. Each heartbeat was like a knife twisting, a festering wound that could never heal. That's when I understood. The homelands are lost, and Avalon is truly our only salvation. There was something almost human about it, and yet it was so terribly alien. It was like staring at your own reflection in a distorted mirror. Everything seemed familiar, yet profoundly wrong. I've had centuries to reflect on it, and I think I've almost uncovered the truth. A truth that's both simple and devastating. The heart is a grief made manifest. The sorrow of a mother who lost her child. Undoubtedly, yes. These are three aspects that could not exist without one another. There was a heart, struck by immense grief. That grief gave birth to a force as untamable, as relentless as the plague. I believe that there's no cure for such matters, except time. And time is a luxury only we humans have. I don't know. I thought leading Arthur to Avalon would keep us safe, but then it followed us here too. I'm not sure there's anything we can do to cure a bleeding heart. For a being that exists outside of time, with only a rudimentary grasp of mortality, there's no such thing as an end. I doubt she wants everyone else to suffer with her. She just doesn't know how to stop. You could say that. One way or another, every prophet becomes a captive to their followers. Some chains are just more visible than others. The Red Priests like to call me theirs. So, theirs I must remain. After we left the homelands, people started listening to me. Not just to my brother. It was terrifying, stepping out of his shadow. But I did my best to guide them. You see, no one becomes a prophet on their own. They're made by the people who need someone to follow. I became what they needed. Sometimes a guiding hand, other times a whip over their heads. I saw that staying meant death for all of us. Nothing in the homelands could stop the plague. And the voice, it kept calling night and day, promising safety on Avalon's shores. Arthur once told me it sometimes felt familiar to him, though he could never say why. Even then, he wasn't sure if he could trust it. But after I returned with Estor, he didn't hesitate anymore. We sailed for Avalon, and the voice led us straight to its shores. Keep going. Take it from someone who has lived far too long. Some decisions are out of your hands. You just have to make the best of what's left. You'll do fine. You're in excellent company after all. And Arthur, I'm sorry I can't stand by your side this time. But know you're always in my heart, brother. This is for both of you. May we all find peace at the end of this path. Please, take care of my brother. Now go. There's nothing more for you here.
My sister. I didn't think I'd ever see her again. She was gone. I've always felt like I failed her. I was her older brother, and it was my responsibility to protect her. And yet, she ended up taking care of me. And she paid dearly for it. I'm still not sure Kai always stepped into whatever role was needed and made it fit her perfectly. Blind devotion was never something she sought, but if she thought it served a purpose, I know she wouldn't hesitate. I want to see her only as my beloved sister, but that was never all she was. A half-sibling is only halfway to being a bastard, even if acknowledged. Like Morgaine, Kai wasn't well respected at court. But unlike Morgaine, she never met disdain with more disdain. Just pity. The narrow-mindedness of others usually only saddened her. Morgaine was proud, and she wore that pride like spiky armor. She was also stubborn, never able to admit she was wrong. Kai was different. Softer, but not weak. Quietly unyielding, full of unwavering conviction. Sometimes I envied her for that. But most of the time I was simply grateful. I do. I always have. She always stayed calm, no matter what was thrown at her. I don't think I ever saw her hesitate. When she made a decision, she was certain. I miss her presence and her counsel. Maybe things would have turned out differently if she'd been by my side.
Oh, thank you for stopping. People usually run away when they hear me speaking to them, so that's definitely a nice, though unexpected, change. You must be really brave or really stupid. Which one is it? Well, that's either really smart of you or really stupid then. Who am I to judge, though? Your guess is as good as mine, my dear. But I've had some time to think about it, and the best I came up with is that I just did not want to die when they were hanging me, and the weirdness granted my wish. So here I am, not dead. Oh, I was a soldier, under the mighty Legate Denham, and one day I decided that I didn't want to be a soldier anymore. I don't exactly remember the mission. It must have been related to either killing somebody or taking something from somebody, as they always are. It could have been a search party. To capture Thorn the Bloodbound? I forget. But I think I just couldn't. I didn't want to go there, to certain death, just to try to kill a man who fights for reasons I don't understand, to comply with orders I couldn't care less about. Am I, or was I, a deserter? I don't really think these things matter anymore. Oh, I most certainly did. It may sound a bit weird, though, but since it seems I won't be moving anytime soon, I do have a small favour to ask. There's a druid's tomb nearby. I can see it from here. Almost every single night his spirit rises from the grave and does unspeakable things with the fae or dryads that swarm around this place. I mean, good for him, but I do have to watch it, you know? And it is, let me tell you, disgusting. Well, get rid of him, of course. He's not human anymore. All that's left is a perverse, hungry spirit, raised from its grave by the weirdness. And you must know that the weirdness can do anything. I wouldn't want to find out what it will transform this hungry spirit into when enough time passes. Honestly, I'd fear for my life. If I were still alive. Sure. I'll be happy not to be able to watch it anymore. And it's not like I can close my eyes, you know? I know. I saw that. Beautiful. Truly beautiful. I can't exactly repay you for making my life better, but I can give you directions to a certain stash I've prepared for myself for the darkest hour. It won't be of use to me. Just remember you'll need a shovel. Thanks once again. And if you'd be so kind, I'd be really grateful if you could come by from time to time and get rid of those corpse eaters that swarm around here. They keep trying to bite my toes off, and that's really unpleasant.
Help me! Water? Do you have anything to drink? I can't move, so I need your help. Thank you. My name is Linwood, and I've been cursed. That damned rat of a druid cursed me. I've been stuck like this for the past 2 days. No food, no drink, nothing. That bastard left me to die. It surprised me, too. I didn't know there were any of them left. I'll be reporting him to the authorities. If I can ever move again, that is. Who can tell with those tree huggers? I was just sitting in a clearing, bothering nobody, when suddenly he jumped out of the bushes. I must have stomped on some sacred clump of grass. Or, I don't know, maybe I'd stepped in a ritual puddle. He shouted something, started waving his arms and mumbling, and then, boom! I swear, I've done nothing wrong. I was just walking through the mountains and stopped for a little rest. I ate something, had a drink, and then decided to pass the time by playing a tune on my bagpipes. No, please, help me! Oh, you're back. Please, if you don't help me, I'll die here. Have mercy. How would I? Thank you. Just please, hurry. I won't be able to last for much longer.
So, you finally arrived. Or is it the two of you? It's a pleasure to meet you. Call me Maggot. I don't like that other name Denholm and his men insist on using. I don't know, and that bothers me a lot. But I sense something lurking inside you. Something quite terrifying, I must say. All I'm sure of is that you've been exposed to vast quantities of the weirdness and survived. And that's rare. Let's say I have certain skills when it comes to magic. A druid? Curse someone? Couldn't be me. I'm not even a druid anymore. I know a thing or two about herbs and mushrooms, but I can't for the life of me recall how to curse someone. That knowledge leaked out of me long ago, like molasses spilling from a broken jug, straight onto the floor, seeping into the gaps between the rotten boards. Red-eyed demons licking it up underneath. I don't know, to be fair. My potions tend to cause a blissful state of forgetfulness. Who is that man, anyway? What kind of curse are we talking about? Oh, no. That does sound a little familiar. You see, I had a dream where I heard the howling of demons and went out to stop the one who summoned them. I turned him into stone. So that really happened? Bagpipes. So that was where that infernal howling came from. It felt as if my very soul were being torn out through my ears with red-hot irons. I must have unconsciously dived into the recesses of my memory and reached for the long-forgotten knowledge about curses. Incredible, isn't it? How a mixture of herbs and mushrooms can open the mind so profoundly. Sometimes it's easier not knowing. Then you don't have to think about it. Yes, fortunately, such a curse is much easier to remove than to cast. Wait a moment. I should have all the ingredients for... What was I... Oh, yes. The ingredients for a certain concoction. There. Take this potion and pour it down his throat. It'll burn all the way down, but there's no other way. You see, it needs to burn in order to dissolve the reality in which the curse keeps him immobile. Yes, the Menhir. It responded to your presence. It reacted to you. And that's unusual. It means big changes are coming to our small Kunacht. Do you know why all those Camelot troops are here? That's right. Unfortunately, they believe that by gathering all the dying Menhirs and placing them around Camelot, they'll stand a fighting chance against the oncoming weirdness. But they don't know, or they don't want people to know, that a Menhir is nothing but a piece of rock, unless it has been ignited by a special ritual. And if they were ignited once, they can be rekindled again. You see where I'm going with this? No. I want you to rekindle the Menhir in Connacht. I'm too old to play a hero, but I can help you become one if you care about things like that. And I, for once, would like to stand on the right side of history. That's the problem, you see. I don't have one. The moment the Menhir reacted to you, I felt something. As if a piece of my brain was trying to tell me something, but I couldn't quite reach it. I suddenly remembered about the Menhir rites, the ritual I told you about, and that there were 2 scrolls that contained it. But where are they? How do I even know that? That's lost on me. So, it looks like we'd have to take a little trip into the recesses of my memory, literally. Well, not literally. As entertaining as that sounds, you won't be dissecting me. I'm talking about a journey into the subconscious, not an anatomy lesson. Just a bit of mushroom potion and poof, you're on your way. Safest option we've got, relatively speaking. Do you think I want somebody wandering around in my brain, looking for memories I decided to bury? I like your eagerness, but I don't exactly have the materials required for this particular kind of potion on me. It's not like I'm letting people inside my mind every day, you know. Here's what we'll need in order to make this thing work. Just grab these and bring them back and we'll see what happens.
Do you have any ideas for how to remove the curse? What? I'm supposed to just forgive and forget? Let him keep turning people into stone willy-nilly? Oh, fine. Have it your way. Even though I don't understand why you'd defend that tree hugger, I won't report him to the authorities. All I want is to be able to move my legs again. Give me that potion. It can't get any worse, I think. Oh, Mother's mercy! What is this? Are you trying to kill me? Wait! Something's happening! I can feel my fingers! Thank you. I don't have much, but please, take these coins. Tell me, where did you get this potion? Really? You talked to that dog? Did he tell you why he almost killed me? What? Was that really what it was all about? He condemned me to a slow and agonizing death just because he didn't like my music. It's no wonder that Shard Conclave happened. Fine, but I still hope I never run into him again. What if he breaks my arms next time because he doesn't like the way I'm peeling an apple? Thank you, once again. May the All-Mother guide your path.
Who are you? Let us pray together. The descent of divinity. The All-Mother has graced us. I came here only to ask. Shell. Wings. The shell. A gift sent by the All-Mother. A gift that one day will fall away. And when that day comes, I will be able to unfold another gift. Wings. They will let me fly away when the dawn of the end comes. The voice. Lorelia. She carries the voice. Yes, I met her. She loves to spend time in her room. Just right there. Many voices there. Too many. The body. I don't want to speak of the body. Terrible things. A terrible fate. I don't want to. All-Mother, show us a person or something that will make us feel purpose. All-Mother, make your presence with us even stronger, even more. Lift from our shoulders and backs the burden that is loneliness. All-Mother, I make this plea for myself as well. When the time of decline comes, let me shed my burden, so that I may spread the wings you bestowed upon me. Would you like to add something? Yes, prayer is everything. Everything.
What happened? My oath. My purpose. It's gone. Forgive me. It wasn't by my own will. It was the All-Mother's will that I am carrying out. No! Not anymore! I serve the Round Table. In my heart, I always have. But my body was a prisoner of the All-Mother. Or rather, the one I believed to be the All-Mother. A knight of the Round Table. I proudly bore the name Percival in honor of my predecessors who served King Arthur. Like the first Percival, I set out in search of the Holy Grail. My path led me here, to the very temple where my father once wanted to send me for priestly studies. I never felt a calling then. But this time, I heard something calling me. I thought it was the Grail, but it was her, whose sword-wielding hand I was to become. False goddess. An abomination, pretending to be the All-Mother, corrupting priestesses' minds. A Four-Dweller. One of those four-armed creatures King Arthur fought when he first arrived on Avalon. The kind I'd only read about in old texts. I did. I challenged her to a fight for claiming to be a goddess. For poisoning the minds of the innocent. She said she would prove that she was the only goddess here. She forced her way into my mind and made me vow that if I lost, I would become her paladin and serve my only true All-Mother forever. I was vanquished. I knelt powerless before the false All-Mother as she pierced me with a blade. I was to carry it within me always as a sign of whose power I am now under. Be careful. If you face her, fight fiercer and strike harder than I did. Above all, don't let her into your mind, or she will turn your own body against you. I spent countless years trapped in the prison of my own body. Bound to her service, where I found the truth. The only truth worth knowing. I was blessed with her presence. I warmed myself in her radiance. Why did you take it from me? Why? I'm sorry. The oath I swore to the false All-Mother. I can still feel its binding. Even my death did not entirely free me from it. I pray it is so. Otherwise, I am nothing but a damned soul. Bound to this place for eternity. Now, having regained my former self, the torment will be all the greater. Is it punishment for surrendering my mind to a false deity? You could ask the All-Mother to forgive me. Beg her to grant me the honor of being in her presence once more. No. Kill her. Kill the false goddess. Please. I trust in you.
Be careful.
Oh, how lost you are. How clumsy. If you seek salvation in the blessing of the All-Mother, then I'm afraid you've come to the wrong place.
This temple isn't blessed anymore. It's tainted and rotten. Try to leave while you still draw breath. Do not repeat the same mistakes I made. For if you do, a fate worse than death will befall you.
Who am I? Who am I?
I'm Kireth.
I sought a way to help the priestesses, to reverse the weirdness that corrupted them. I was a naive fool, and now I pay the price.
An ascension of a different kind. Perhaps the only one that truly exists.
The All-Mother took on an accursed form and revealed herself to the priestesses. A truly wicked theophany. You do not want to know. It's not a decent thing to say out loud. Trust me, do not follow in my footsteps. Do not listen to the singworm's songs. Our sins should remain our own affair. No holy one can erase them with a blessed gesture or word.
Now I know that.
I believed that faith is nothing more than magic. So if someone's flame of faith was strong enough to care for others,
perhaps the fire could be kindled once more to free them from corruption, but I failed. Oh, I suspect that to break the seal that keeps me here, one must first possess a sin.
But whether you are sinful enough, that is not for me to judge. The Frithir, however, knows much about sin.
Still, I can't ask you to do this for me. It would be best if you simply left this place.
You can see me, hear me. How strange. That's not how it's meant to be. I decide who sees, who hears, yet here you are, unbidden. Why? An offering upon the altar of the All-Mother, sacrificed and brought back before Her Majesty. I gave her my life, expecting nothing in return, and I received her highest grace. But what are you, I wonder, that you've broken the rules of my domain? Perhaps the Mother sent you, or perhaps you've come to tear my purpose apart. I am Laurelia. Do you know my title? I am the Herald of the All-Mother, her voice. And all who heed her voice shall receive grace, while those who defy her shall perish. You will carry out her will fervently, won't you? I dreamed of her since I was little, almost every night. Sometimes even during the day. The villagers said it was a gift, but I was afraid. I was afraid of the Mother. Can you believe it? I lacked faith. I didn't know I was chosen. I resisted serving in the temple. How silly I was. And then she came. Warm, good, present. Take my body and soul. Take my life, Mother. I accept your offering, my child. Rise and walk, and I shall speak through you. Be my voice. Her will is to offer you the truth that will guide you in the darkness. Entrust your soul to her, and she will lead you to salvation. Oh, I hoped it wouldn't come to this. And yet, it is as I feared. The fire dims. The song ends. And the voice must fall silent. If this is her will, her voice shall be yours now. Few are touched by her in such a way. The voice of the Mother is a gift, but also a burden. Go then, and let us see if you are worthy of bearing it.
Ah, a new set of eyes. And how hateful they are. Would you close them for me, please? Could you grant me a tiny scrap of mercy? I dislike seeing what they see. There is something about you that reminds me of Mother. She sees everything. And when she allows, I see it all too. It feels like 1,000 eyes open all at once, revealing nothing but boundless suffering wherever they look. Your eyes seem to carry a similar kind of rot just around the edges. It's as if you were a freshly slain corpse, yet to comprehend your fate. Mother is bathed in shadows and swaddled in raven wings. All she ever sees is misery. The day she appeared in the temple, she requested a frith from me. As I cast my gaze upon her, my mind shattered. and my soul was torn into pieces. On that very day, I made her an offering of my eyes, begging her to be freed from my gift. She deemed it an insult and has been punishing me ever since. All eyes in the temple are at my disposal, whether I wish it or not. My sight knows no limits, and all that I see, I take upon myself. The sins, the impurities, the perversity, they fill me to the brim and cling to my throat like black tar. Mother made me the unwilling confessor to any unfortunate soul who dares to set foot in her sanctum. The only thing I can do is grant them absolution, albeit a hollow one. After all, they've already doomed themselves by coming here. You cannot. Mother abhors sinners. No living soul has ever been permitted to bask in her unholy radiance. She will only allow herself to those she considers worthy. Yet nobody is, nor will anybody ever be worthy. To her, our kind are no more than beasts. We revel in our transgressions. She finds it repulsive. I find myself agreeing with her more and more with each passing day. No man is devoid of sin, nor does it seem do they wish to be. Oh, such kindness. I have not witnessed kindness like this since the time before Mother came here. Mercy and grace used to be the way of this temple. How far have I fallen to forget? To become so utterly selfish? You can open your eyes now. Go on. I will share with you what I see. I will absolve you of your sins. Oh, I can already taste them on my tongue. So numerous are they that you have not yet broken under their weight. Let me relieve you of your burden. Let me offer you a new beginning, free from foulness trailing your every step. I can't say I'm surprised. Your kind love to parade sins like badges of virtue. Soon you will feel... You will... There are so many. Too many. What are you? It's as though you shoulder entire lifetimes of sin. You are an abomination. You cannot be allowed to continue.
May your soul finally know freedom.
You're here. I've felt your steps through this place. The tethers holding me, unraveling one by one. Are you here as my savior? Or have you come to seek my mother's embrace? I came here seeking solace, hoping to staunch the loss before it consumed me. I called into the emptiness, desperate to reach what I had lost. But my cries were met with silence. At first, I thought they had gone unheard. I was wrong. The woman here felt it all. My grief, my bitterness, my rage. They trembled before my sorrow. For to make a mother weep is a child's greatest sin. The weirdness bound us all together. I became their image, and they became mine. Have I? Or have they? They prayed so fervently, and all their prayers fell on deaf ears. They sought answers to unjust suffering, but found none. Like children lost in the dark, They clung to the first voice they heard. And because that voice carried only agony, they believed themselves doomed. There is no path for a soul so utterly lost, but to descend into madness and despair. No more than I could help myself. I have not remained here by choice, nor have I claimed them out of desire. They wove a prison from their faith, with the weirdness as the thread that bound it all together. Belief is a dangerous thing here on Avalon. Those who seek godhood should rightly fear their believers. You have already freed me. You restored the sight I shared with the tormented Frither, and returned my undying body, once bound to the fallen Percival. And my voice, I grew weary of it, so I gave it to Lorelia to speak on my behalf. The sweet girl made it her own, ensuring she will remain here, even when I am finally gone. I lingered only because I wished to meet my savior. I had hoped, but no. What I hoped for no longer matters. As for the others, I fear they are too far gone in their madness. The only freedom left to them is the one only a mortal can embrace. Farewell, stranger. Perhaps our paths will cross again.
You survived the confession, and you carry the essence of sin. That means you can break the spell that locks me in this cell. Please do it, and set me free from this accursed place. Quite inspiring to see someone cling to their miserable life with such fervor. I must admit, you've spoiled my mood a little. I thought you'd simply die there, or end up rotting in a cell, much like I did. I feel ashamed being the only enslaved guest here. But thanks to you, that's about to change. Truly profound. Time to go. Finally, I'll take a little stroll around, see how this world has changed. I have a feeling it has much to offer me. My deepest thanks, stranger. Until next time.
My shell. It cracked. My shell is cracked. Yet it still does not fall. Where are my wings? I thought I would see my wings. She has not graced it. That explains everything.
A great tragedy befell the priestesses there, and to think that the strength of their faith was enough to bind a Four-Dweller. There is still so much we do not know about the true potential of the weirdness. I never imagined it could become a prison for the beings shaped by its will. But that Four-Dweller, there was something familiar about her, as if we had met before, a very long time ago. In her presence, I felt an odd sense of peace, even amid the terror that had overtaken the temple. Strange, and strangely comforting.
How can I assist you? It's unrelated to your task, but since you're curious, this is the statue of the Morning Harpist, built in the memory of the twin sisters from the court of Sagramore, the former ruler of Connacht and its lands. Legend has it that one sister killed the other out of jealousy for her talent. They also say that if you camp here at night, you might hear the wailing of the betrayed sister. But with the weirdness so thick, who'd camp here at night? The inn at Connacht is far more welcoming. That's all I know. But if you ever come across the remnants of the royal geographers, they might be able to tell you more. I'd like you to find Calum and bring me his research. He's a former guild member and a cruel man. He took the idea of life as a form of energy a little too much to heart, and it's made him potentially dangerous. We expelled him and cut him off from our resources, but, as you might guess, that didn't slow him down for long. We don't know the details, but I doubt it's anything good, or humane. From what I hear, he's gone completely mad and started experimenting on humans. He always claimed it's the only way to unlock the spark of life, but practicing necromancy is, of course, strictly forbidden by the guild. Personally, I'd like to treat him the way he treats his test subjects. That's just my own view on the matter. The guild only wants information on what he's doing. It'd be best if you didn't get yourself killed while gathering it. The owls are hooting that he's holed up in some hut at the swamps. But knowing that lunatic, he won't be doing his experiments anywhere out in the open.
Who are you? Are you here to steal my riches? They're mine. I earned them as the favored entertainer of Segramor's court. Oh, but maybe you are one of the courtiers. Did you have fun plotting my demise? Wasn't my name meant to echo far and wide as he promised? Have I really been forgotten? Then I will ensure you share my fate, you thief. It's so calm. I never thought I'd miss peace and quiet. It was always my sister's preference. Oh, my poor Aideen. What have I gotten us both into? My sister killed me. I don't think she meant to. I said something stupid and she just got so angry. Truth be told, it was a long time coming. If I were her, I would have slapped myself much earlier. It really wasn't her fault that I tripped over that damned rock. Oh, if you'd asked me while I was alive, I would have been delighted. Modesty was never my strong suit. Why should it have been? I was young, beautiful, and brimming with talent, ready to take on the world. It all went to my head so fast, especially when Lord Segramor showed interest in me. Stupid, stupid, stupid. I should never have accepted his advances. My poor sister. They killed her because of me, didn't they? I can sense her gloomy presence even here, among this glitz. She never minded being alone, but there's a difference between being alone and being lonely. And I pushed her into that loneliness. A joke here, a joke there. To her, they must have felt like daggers. I wish I could comfort her. Tell her I don't blame her. I hate that they separated us so thoroughly. I hate it even more that I had a hand in this. I'm sure she does. Aideen has always been so dramatic. But her anger ebbs and flows, and we have an eternity to work on mutual forgiveness. I love that. I'm so tired of being on my own. Despite all those times I wish she'd just leave me alone. Now I find myself missing her terribly. Thank you, kind stranger. I'm not sure what I can offer in return, but maybe you'll find something of value in this clutter. Who dares disturb me? Have you come here to mock me? To spit on my grave? Don't you dare say that name here. My sister is dead. Dead and gone. Lost to me for all eternity. And now you will share our fate, you filthy liar.
They've gone quiet. It's so peaceful now. It's been ages since I last felt this peace. Back when we were young and carefree, weaving beautiful melodies together. Oh, my sweet sister, what have I done to you? What have we done to ourselves? I was hanged by a harp string. They deemed it a fitting punishment for my envy of my sister's talent. But they were wrong. I never envied her. I felt betrayed. And despite that betrayal, I never wanted to hurt her. Yet, I did. And I'm relieved I paid with my life. I don't like thinking about the past. Though, I guess since I'm dead, the past is all I have left.
I miss music. I think I miss it above all else, even aim. My music was there for me when my sister wasn't. The court mocking my talent hurt even more than when they just mocked me. And that absurd contest. Someone tampered with my harp. I know they did. I was furious. It was my harp and they... I can't. I'm sorry. I will talk of this no more. I know she's here, somewhere, beyond this wall. I can feel her sadness seeping through the cracks. I wish I could comfort her, but it's impossible. Ain never knew loneliness like this. Never felt its crushing weight. Such bitter irony. I often wish she could feel what I felt when she turned away from me. To understand that pain. Now she does, and it hurts me even more. I wish I could join her, even if she doesn't forgive me. I don't want her to be alone. I realize that. But now, we're both dead. We have eternity to learn forgiveness. All I want is peace. And I sense she does too. She did? Does that mean she forgives me? Or is she planning to destroy me once we're together in the grave? Regardless, if this is the end of our torment, I'm grateful. Thank you, kind stranger, for helping us both. Just, please, don't place us in this chamber. It's tainted with my sorrow. I'd rather not linger here for eternity.
Peril or not, this too is part of my journey. Everyone's journey is their pilgrimage. Our pilgrimage is for the king. Everything I do is for him, just as he did everything for us. It is both a fortune and an honor to crawl on the ground where Arthur himself once walked. As it should be. Insincere believers, deceitful prophets and false idols are found at every turn. They multiply like tumors. Arthur is the once and future king, the one and true. He will eventually come to us, revealing himself as our savior. He will eradicate the evil magic from Avalon. He will get rid of every damned witch and bloody sorcerer who stick their noses where they don't belong. What? I'll remember these.
You're here. 40 years. I've been waiting 40 years for this moment, wondering whether I would ever see this day. Here, you've earned it. It's a spell, a very specific one that I've been crafting for years, especially for him. These words bring to light the sins of the body. I don't know yet. What do you do with a man who's done something so terrible? Maybe what he's going through now is enough punishment. I don't really think it is. Maybe I'll just toss him into the fire. Good luck on the road. Thank you, stranger.
Speak up or get lost. We've got a job to do. Why did you have to go and ask, huh? Now our business is ruined. Of course we didn't go directly to him, you idiot. We're not stupid enough to approach a Camelot legate in the middle of an occupied village. We're Dalrita.
Moron.
We had contacts. It was an ideal setup. But now it's all going to fall apart because you couldn't keep your mouth shut. Eh? Ah, so you've met Emery. It's all talk. Don't worry about it.
Do we fight now?
Be quiet. I don't know yet. You wouldn't be asking if you didn't think there was something in it for you. Well, you don't say anything to anyone, and we won't kill you. We might even let you in on a share of the goods that we happen to collect during this noble work. So, what's it going to be? Gold or a fight? Ha! That's exactly what I wanted to hear. See? I told you all was not lost. Here's your share. Keep your mouth shut, and there'll be more where that came from. Come back in a few days. There might be more waiting for you.
Oi! What do you think you're doing here? This is my spot! I got here before dawn, so you better get lost, you miscreant! I don't need to explain anything, but you better explain why you're trying to steal my mushrooms! Oh, so now you're going to tell me you didn't know and that you were just passing by, huh? That actually sounds almost plausible. Well, you'll find loads of penny buns growing here. I once picked a dozen for beneath just one tree. That's why I call this place Penny Bun Grove. You aren't really interested in picking mushrooms, are you? Move along, but remember, I've got my eye on you. If you start snooping around the grass here, you'll get a taste of my knife.
Greetings, stranger. May the word bless your day. Is there something you need? A warm meal? A place to rest? Or perhaps you're in need of a weapon to bolster your courage as you travel through these dark and troubled lands? I haven't gathered much, but you might find something useful here. At the end of his papacy, the 18th Pope of the Red Church issued the Papal Bull of Calling. It's truly a sacred scripture. I often find myself going back to it, as the word therein moves me deeply. Out of all the verses, these are the ones that resonate with me most. May all those called by the word never be forsaken by it. If your way of the word leads you through thorns and whips, embrace it and become an inquisitor of penance. If your way of the word is that of a sword, blood, and fire, shed the blood, fuel the fires, and become an inquisitor of pain. I have been called. So, here I am, and this is my truth. Unless my interpretation of the Papal Bull of Calling is wrong, then yes, that's an apt description of what I do. Therefore, if it's words of comfort you're seeking, I'm afraid you've come to the wrong person. I don't perform priestly duties.
Hello? Who's there? I can feel your presence, but it's always so dark in here. I can't see very well, even when Calum brings light. Oh, he's not here. I can't feel him anywhere near the house. He must be in the cave. I think he's been there for a while, but I'm not sure. It's hard to keep track of time here. I'm Ely. I used to beg on the streets of Connacht. I hated it. The rain, the cold nights, the eyes that looked past me, the feet that kicked me. This is better in some ways, and worse in so many others. I really miss the sun. I don't know. Am I? It sounds beautiful. But Calum never told me what he made me into. What is a dryad? Will you tell me? Oh, then that's not me. I've never been anything rare. Just a street rat like many others. Until Calum found me
and made me into whatever this is. Not a dryad, I guess. He offered me a job, said I could stay at his house. At first I didn't agree. I've had plenty of men offer me jobs, and I wanted no part of that. But he said all he needed was a housekeeper, since he belonged to some important guild and didn't have time to clean up for himself. So I said yes. He gave me a hot meal and a warm drink. Then everything went dark. I remember the floor glowing. When I woke up, I was this. The plant in the cave, we're linked. If you destroy it, I'll be free. I'd like to be free again. Not Caelim's, not the plants, just mine. Even if only for a little while. Not exactly. I've never seen it. Only felt it through the plant. It's vast, but it doesn't seem far away. At least, it doesn't feel far. I'm sorry. I can't explain it any better. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Just be careful with the plant. It always feels angry. That anger, sometimes, I think it took from me.
Efficient. I respect that. Wither thought himself untouchable, twisting minds to suit his needs. You proved him wrong. One more stands in our way. If we're lucky, taking her out ends this. I know their ways, because I have to. Because no one else fights them like I do. But if you think I'm one of them, go ahead. Draw your blade. See where it gets you. I already told you what drives my hunt. Beyond that, I don't owe you my past. What I do owe you is the only truth that matters now. The children must fall. And for what? Tossing you at the most dangerous people in Avalon for my own amusement? Think about it. If I were a crow, how would that benefit me? No, my friend. My intentions are as pure as the All-Mother's bosom. Believe it or don't. As always, the choice is yours. Women make the best predators and deceivers. Born knowing how to listen, how to vanish, how to strike when least expected. The children of Morrigan don't care for strength alone. They value shadows, whispers, secrets, and she's better at all three than most men I've killed. Underestimate her, and you won't live to regret it. She's a Pict, hiding in a cave in forlorn swords, far enough to be forgotten, close enough to still pull strings. Not just a fighter, but a master manipulator. No need for a blade when words can turn others into weapons. And when persuasion fails, something worse takes its place. Summons. Creatures bound to her will, ready to tear apart anyone in the way. Be extra careful. Magic isn't the only danger. Doubt is too. If you're not certain why you're there, you won't survive it. Go prepared, or don't go at all. When it's done, meet me near the mountain. I believe we're at the end of the road. Soon, you'll claim the ultimate reward.
What are you looking for? I assume he fell victim to his own pride and tried to make himself immortal. Typical. That man had no sense of self-preservation. He thought life was driving him, but to me, it always seemed like he was racing towards death. I'm glad the matter has been handled. I'll even give you something extra for your trouble. And what about his research? The Forbloom? That's incredible. I'd heard the legends, but this journal shows there's truth in them. And Calum, for all his madness, might have been right. If we could find the Forbloom, it could change everything. Bring us closer to our goal. Oh, my little baby owl. It's clear you're still learning the ways of a true alchemist. Everyone knows the legend of the Forbloom. It's the origin of all plant life in Avalon. The very seed of the weirdness that gave rise to all life as we know it. Without plants, there'd be no animals, no humans, not even the Fordwellers. And since life tends to guard itself, the Forbloom has its defenders too. The Strawfathers, the Gloomfronds. All that protects life from the thoughtless destruction by humans. This proves that the seed of the Forbloom could be the pure spark of life we've been searching for. Ah, I see. So it was all for nothing. We need to keep searching. I won't lie, I was as excited for this as a keeper for venison. But after so many years in the guild, I should be used to the taste of failure. Ah, you're right. Tomorrow's another day. Each of us has our own research to pursue, and that's what counts. May Mother's strong arm embrace you. There's nothing more for us to do together. It's time for you to spread your wings and follow your own path. And if that path leads you to find Phaedros, then your career with the guild will keep progressing. Last I heard, he'd taken quite an interest in the statue of the great beasts near Quanacht. Strange fascination, even by our standards. And yes, my little owl, you're off to find another mad alchemist. But really, what else did you expect from the Alchemists' Guild? We're all a touch eccentric, aren't we? Don't worry about me. I'll focus on my own work. Something tells me our paths will cross again. May Mather's strong arm embrace you.